Imagine a land so vast, yet so empty. It has fewer people than a single neighborhood in New York City, a place where the economy is smaller than a single block in Manhattan. This is Greenland. And despite being a frozen, isolated rock in the Arctic, the world's biggest superpowers are suddenly scrambling to get their hands on it. The United States wants in, China has its eyes on it, and Denmark is holding on for dear life. So, what's the deal? Is Greenland the next global economic hotspot, or just a pawn in a high-stakes geopolitical chess game? And more importantly, what does this mean for the future of world trade, security, and even climate change? Let's break it down. First, let's clear up a common question. Is Greenland a country? Well, yes and no. It's officially a part of the Kingdom of Denmark, kind of like how Scotland is part of the UK. Greenland has its own government, but the big decisions, still made in Denmark. And while Greenlanders have their own identity on paper, they're Danish citizens. But here's where it gets interesting. Even though it's the largest island in the world, Greenland has a population of just 57,000. That's enough to fit inside a football stadium. And its economy, tiny. We're talking about a total GDP of $3.3 billion less than some neighborhoods in New York City. So why is Greenland suddenly a global obsession? Because, my friend, there's more to this ice-covered land than meets the eye. Why the US wants Greenland, and why it's a big deal. At first glance, it sounds ridiculous. Why would the most powerful country in the world care about a tiny economy that relies on fishing, tourism, and Denmark's money? Well, the answer is simple: resources. Greenland is sitting on a gold mine of untapped rare earth minerals, oil, natural gas, and metals. And if that wasn't enough, climate change is making it easier than ever to access these hidden treasures. But there's an even bigger reason why the US is watching Greenland like a hawk. The Arctic shipping boom, a game changer. As the ice melts, brand new shipping routes are opening up in the Arctic. These shortcut trade routes could cut thousands of miles off journeys between major economies. And one country in particular is racing to control them: Russia. And that's why the US has no plans to leave Greenland anytime soon. They already have a military presence there. Since the 1950s, the Thule Air Base has been a critical American outpost. Today, it's run by the US Space Force. Yeah, that's a real thing. And Greenland is the perfect strategic location for the US to counter Russia's Arctic ambitions. So, what happens next? Could Greenland become the 51st state? There's been a lot of talk about whether the US could just buy Greenland. Sounds crazy, right? But remember Alaska? The US literally bought it from Russia in 1867. Could history repeat itself? Well, probably not. Denmark and Greenland have zero interest in selling. And even if Greenland became independent, why would they immediately turn around and join the US? Not impossible, but highly unlikely. Greenland's future, a high-stakes balancing act. So where does Greenland go from here? Option 1, stay tied to Denmark and keep getting financial support. Option 2, push for independence and try to stand on its own. Option 3, open up to more foreign investment and build up industries. But whatever happens, one thing is clear: Greenland may be small, but its role in the future of global politics, security, and trade is huge, and the world is watching. What do you think? Will Greenland become a global superpower? Or is it just a pawn in a much bigger game? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this video interesting, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the world's biggest hidden stories. I'll see you next time.